Hi guys. Well, it's Friday night, well technically it's Saturday morning, but it's my Friday night. So I've had a rough week. Well, actually I've had a rough few weeks. I know you've not seen me about for a while, but I thought, well, I'm going to kick it off, and I found this. It is a blueberry bitter, and basically this on the back it says this beer is brewed by the Coach House Brewing Company, and it's brewed using traditional Yorkshire Maris Otter and floor malted especially for us by James Fawcett. The hops are grown for us by Jeff Thompson in the Vale of Evesham, Worcester. Fresh blueberries and natural blueberry flavouring are added during the brewing process to produce a slightly sweet beer with a clean and exciting taste of blueberries. I'll give anything a go once. Oh, that smells nice. That smells like I've just opened a blueberry muffin. Nice golden ale. Excuse me if my fingers are a bit dirty, I have only just finished work. Blueberry definitely hits you straight away. Oh. Oh no. No, that is the I'm not I'm not a sweet beer lover anyway, but this, it's like drinking liquid blueberries. Ooh no, I am not a fan of that whatsoever. Christ. Now guys, if you like blueberries, you probably like that, but that doesn't taste of beer to me. It tastes like a blueberry milkshake gone wrong. Luckily, I've got a second glass in here. Ooh, I can't believe that, that's foul. I found proper job by St Austell's Brewery. Powerfully hopped. Let's give it a go. Nice golden ale again. Oh yeah. Can't really smell much. Oh, that is lovely. Straight away, hit with grapefruit. Grapefruit. And lemon. Really citrusy. I've just brought it off the shelf, so, but if that was a bit colder. Oh. You know what? St Austell's do some good beers. Like I said, like I've told you before, I was a massive fan of the Tribute. That's why half of my homebrew bottles are all Tribute bottles. Wow, I'm happy with that. That's nice. Right then, guys. Yeah, basically. So I've not been around for a while. Work has been ridiculous. I've been doing something like 23/4 hours a week overtime in 5 days. And that has been an absolute killer. I've been starting at sort of 1:30 in the afternoon, excuse me, finishing about 3:30, 4 o'clock the next morning, so it's been a killer considering my shift is supposed to be 4 till 12:30. Oh, pardon me, very gassy. It's a job and knock sort of thing, so it's great when you can get away early. It's awful when you can't. So yeah, I've also had a major issue with cameras. Cameras have been doing my absolute boating, honest to God. I've been using my iPhone for a lot of things, but then I wasn't really, yeah, the picture was good, but I don't know, it just didn't seem very, I don't want to say professional, but it just didn't, I just wasn't happy with it. So I've got a bridge camera with HD, and then that died, and my wife had moved the charger, I didn't know where it was. Then I've got a little hand cam, HD cam now that I'm filming this on. It's a bit old, it's a bit knackered, but it's still HD and it still works. But then my laptop was broke, so I got the laptop fix, and then I couldn't get the cameras to register onto the laptop, so it's been a nightmare, absolute nightmare. But here I am, guys, the laptop is fixed, my cameras are sorted. My only problem is I left my brilliant HD bridge camera in the bedroom. That sounds wrong, but it's not like that. I was watching the eclipse this morning, I tried taking pictures, and then, because I'd only been in bed a couple of hours, once I was done I just went and went to bed and left my camera on the floor. Meant to pick it up with me, but now the wife's in bed and the dog is as well, and if I open the door the dog will get all excited, wake the wife up, and then I'll get moaned at tomorrow morning, or later on this morning. So I keep this one in my car just in cases anything ever happens. I've always got a camera on me then. So yeah, so anyway guys, but my one big problem is I don't think I'm going to be able to do Homebrew Wednesday every Wednesday on time, because literally the weekends are always busy with the kids and with things to do. Mondays I have to go do the food shop, and by the time I've done the shop it's time to go to work. And then Monday rolls into Tuesday, obviously the hours that I do. Monday rolls into Tuesday, Tuesday rolls into Wednesday, before I know it's Thursday, then also it's Friday, and here we are, the end of the week. Yeah, okay, it's good because the weeks do go quick, but it's also bad because you don't get a split second to do anything you need to. So my plan is really to sort of like, not Homebrew Wednesdays, but just have a bit of a chat on a Friday after work, come into the shed. As you can see, this is where I am, and now because I am in the shed at the bottom of the garden, I can talk normally, not like when I'm in the kitchen underneath our bedroom. Underneath our bedroom. That was going, how strong's that beer? Underneath our bedroom, where I've got a sort of whisper. So it's all good. I'm quite happy. Cleared the shed out with all basically our garage door broke, which is leading onto the next story. Our garage door broke, and everything from Christmas to sort of a couple of weeks ago. You know how it is, guys. If you've got a garage, or even your lofts are the same, if there's something in your living room or a room in the house that your wife or partner does not want in the house anymore, but also doesn't want to get rid of it because it may become useful at some point, even though us guys, we know it's never going to become useful, but they just can't, there's some reason they're attached, you know, so all that sort of ended up in here. Well, this is my shed, as you can see. You know, I've got all my beers, I've got my TV, I don't know if you can see, I've got my beer pumps. It's not connected to anything at the minute. So yeah, so I was quite miffed by that. But we got the garage door broke, and garage door fixed. Actually, today, after 14 months of moaning to the landlord agency, we got the fence fixed as well. They've put a complete new fencing down the side. So it's like, so at the minute outside it smells of fresh new wood. It's dead nice. But we've got the garage fixed as well, and now we've just got to get the garage clean. Hopefully my neighbour's going to help me. I did attempt it last weekend, but it was freezing cold, and basically I got all the valuable stuff out that we need to keep, and I looked at the rest of it and I just thought we need to skip or something. And also I was on my own, it was cold, I was tired, And then the wife phoned me asking me to meet her in town because I had to pick one of the kids up off her from an eye test, and it's just not going to happen. So the plan is to do it later on today. But then I spoke to the wife earlier and we've got loads to do. We've got to go and see the wedding photographer today, try and get the pictures. It's supposed to take 2 weeks, it's now been 5 weeks. Unfortunately her nan's not very well, so we've got to go see her in hospital. So basically my plan of today has just gone Pete Tong, and it's just, I don't think it's going to happen. And I brought my neighbour, who is teetotal, 1,100 tea bags from work. He's done a lot for me over the years, and because he's teetotal, I can't offer him a beer, I can't buy, you know, and whatever he does do, he goes, oh, just chuck us a drink. Well, I can't give you a bottle of Coke, you know, I can't chuck you a flask of tea. So I thought, well, so I saw some of our stock at work and got a price on it. 1,100 Tetley tea bags in a bag. Happy days. So I'm going to give him that tomorrow, and that's his sort of bribe to help me sort the garage out. Well, he had a car accident about six months ago now, and he's been itching to do something. Unfortunately, the whiplash in his back and everything, so he can't really do anything, but he can keep me company, and you know, he can. See, the thing with me is it's mainly company. It's a company issue. I can do it all by myself, but I just don't stay motivated. I get bored. And you know, I always want somebody to talk to. Whereas if someone's next to me chatting to me, I'll be happy as a pig in its shite. So that's the plan for. Well, it was supposed to be for later. Whether she thinks I'm doing it at like 2 o'clock with an hour's worth of light, it's gonna take hours to sort that garage out. Possibly a Sunday job. I'll try and record some footage if I remember. Possibly a Sunday job, but our Sundays are just running around like bloody headless chickens. It's ridiculous. So yeah, but the main issue is I get my brew set up next Saturday. I've got to go and meet the fellow and go pick it up. So it can't go in here. It's too big. I mean, there's three 10-gallon kegs with pipework and immersions, and you know it can't go in here. It's got to go in the garage, but at the minute it can't go in the garage because it's rammed. You can't even walk into the garage. My next door neighbour's tap broke last Sunday, and all my tools are at the back of the garage. Unfortunately, one of the shelves collapsed, and all my tools have just hit the floor, and they've just gone everywhere. And I actually had to climb it in a decent shirt. Well, if any of you guys watched the Brewdog IPA review, it was about 10 minutes after that. If you notice the dodgy, well, it was during that. If you notice a dodgy editing, if you re-watch it, you'll see that the glass is pretty much 3/4 full, and then it's like got great head, and then when it jumps a bit, it's about like that, but it's quite flat. That's because he come running over, he snapped his tap, water was going everywhere. I am a plumber by trade, plumbing and gas by trade. Just no work out there, so I've ended up in a warehouse, but it pays the bills. I enjoy my job anyway. And I had to sort of run out. But if you notice, like the shirt and t-shirt, I've got nice jeans, I've got my decent leather boots on, and because it was such an emergency, I just had to sort of like jump the wall of crap. I cut my finger, I dirtied my shirt. Oh my god, I was so annoyed. So annoyed. But it's part of being a good neighbour, isn't it? You know, I think you could live in the worst area, and as long as you have got decent neighbours, I don't think you could ask for much more. Where I grew up, my mum and dad, and me I suppose, were best friends with our neighbours all the time. Barbecues, drinks, dinners, you know, it was all the time. And my wife has never really experienced that, and to me it means a lot. And we actually, my teetotal neighbour, I said to the missus, it was over Christmas. Yeah, it was over Christmas because the eldest had just had a mobile phone, and she was boring everybody with it. And yeah, I made a point of inviting the neighbours over, and that is when I found out that they were teetotal. and I brought a load, well I say I brought a load, I've got a load of beer in from the shed. I also brought a load of Carlin and Stella just in case that's what he liked. I brought a couple of bottles of wine, white, rosé, in case, you know, she liked either. Not many people like red. I like red, but not many people I know like red. We get there, well they get here and I'm like, what do you want to drink? Ready to reel this impressive list of alcohol off. And they go, just a cup of tea. I'd got nuts out, I'd got dips and breadsticks and all the works, and they just had dinner. And I wanted a cup of tea. I was gutted, but no, they are brilliant. You know, you couldn't ask for better neighbours than them pair. They are absolutely fantastic. And to me, like I say, that's, you could live in a horrible area as long as you've got good neighbours. So I just thought about bursting into the neighbours theme tune. Then I won't though. As long as you've got good neighbours, then you know that's what it's all about. And I have got some. I've got one set of brilliant neighbours. No, I've got two sets of brilliant neighbours really. I mean, you know, before really we were in touch with this young couple, the teetotal ones, with the areas I do. If there's any problems, then we could phone like my other neighbour who lives over the back, and he'd be straight round for the missus. And you know, I mean, the one time my light here turned itself on. How? Don't know, but it turned itself on somehow. And she phoned me, and I was like, just get him, tell him to come over and just check it out, and if you need to be, I'm on my way back. And she phoned, and he actually laughed about my setup with my optics, pumps, TV, you know, all that sort of stuff. And he's actually shown quite a big interest in my brewing ever since, because he didn't know I did it. So he's you know, he's a good one. And the other ones, they just don't talk to you, or they're foreign. Well, I've got a lot of, well, 1, 2. Those are from, I have no idea where they're from. I don't speak English. The other side don't speak English. The ones over the back are Polish. So, out of like, oh, there's two guys as well, two brothers, so they say, that live in the house together. They're good. I don't really have much to do with them. Anyway, it's not about the neighbours. It's not about the neighbours, guys. I'm sure you've all heard, the longer you leave your beer, the better. I shit you not, guys, it is true. I've always heard it and gone, yeah, you know, if you resist temptation, blah blah. Honestly, it's true. I had a bitter, in fact, I'm going to show you right now. I made a bitter, and it was probably going on, there you go, bitter, 6.5%. Okay, now it was probably going on 12 months ago, and I wasn't amazed by it, and it was okay, but check this out. Carbonation, left-handed pour. Why am I doing it left-handed pour? I'm not going to pour all of it because it's a waste, but check how clear that is. I was amazed. I popped one open the other day just to, you know, just to see how it was, and I was absolutely amazed as to how well it's aged. You know, I've always heard people say, you know, it gets better with age, blah blah, and then you think, well, no, it can't really possibly get better with age. But you know what? It does, guys. If you can brew, so I've just recapped that. I'm not going to drink it now, it's just a waste. If you can, guys, if you can brew a batch and leave it, I mean, check that out. Look at the lacing on it. Look at the head on it, and it is crystal clear. It just tastes the bollocks. It's actually my brother-in-law's favourite one that I've made. Look at it. I was so impressed with it. for yourself. So yeah, seriously, I mean, it's got me thinking. Now, I watched one of Harry Brew 69's videos, and what he did was brewed a batch and put it in what he calls a clearing cube. To me, it just looked like, you know, like a camping water container, like a 20-litre container. It just looked like one of those. Why not? Why not fill one of those, or two of those, depending how big batch size you're doing. Fill two of those, cover them over, and shove them in the corner of the garage. Leave them. And just leave them 6 months. They're only going to get better. I mean, the only problem with myself is, and probably a lot of you, we rely on the yeasties to give us a bit of carbonation when we bottle condition. But you guys that do, you know, cornies and, you know, that sort of forced carb stuff, how ace. Now, I'm getting obviously my setup next weekend, and then the plan after that is to go corny. And get, you know, a decent setup like that. I mean, it's just the initial £160 for the regulator and, you know, the bits and pieces to go with it. But I mean, unless you guys can advise me otherwise, but I reckon once you pay that £160 for the regulator, a bottle, I think you get a faucet with it as well. Obviously, once you pay that, and then it's just a case of whenever you want another one, then you can just buy another gas bottle. Not gas bottle, another corny, which are what, about £60–70, which is about $90–100 US for the US fans. I actually had a guy from America email me, which was like amazing, saying that I'm doing a great job. Well, I didn't think I was doing a great job, cheers, but cheers. But yeah, you know, it's and then once you've obviously brought the gas regulator, the pipework, you know, once you've got a sort of clear understanding of it, then I suppose there's like no end to what you can do with it. And watching it looks so easy to do. I mean, I know there's an art with temperatures and things like that, but I'm sure once you've picked it up, if you can brew a batch, chuck it in container, leave it for 6 months, brew say a batch a month, right? So after your 6th batch, go back to your 1st batch, transfer it, it's going to be crystal clear, a forced carb, and then you imagine your friends, family, they'll be well impressed. I think that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, I mean, it's like 10 weeks I'll go to America now, so it's not going to be this side of June, maybe July, August. You know, I'd like to sort of build myself a kegerator on casters, so I can wheel it in and out the garage. Say when friends and family come over, I can wheel it down the garden into the dining room and just set it all up. That's the idea anyway. So yeah, that's that. Yeah. So seriously, guys, you can age your beer, and I'd absolutely love to get. By the way, I'm going on to the Sadler's Worcester Sorcerer. It's so nice, this beer is. It's like peaches, and I did actually do a review on it. I lost the footage though, and I actually reviewed it. I'd had a few anyway. I actually reviewed it, and then I read the back, and then realised that it was all written for me on the back. I was like, no way. And I'd got it all bang on. But yeah, anyway. So, oh yeah, I'd love to get an oak barrel and brew like a barley wine and age it in an oak barrel. How nice would that be? You know, you imagine the taste in 6 months, 12 months time. It's like when I get this, when I get all my setup sorted, how long it's going to take me to do, I don't know, because I don't really want to go down the gravity route. I want to go down the electric route. So it might take me a couple of months to sort of get all that set up. But depending where it is, the first thing I want to do is a summer lager, a summer ale, like a Cerveza or something like that. Excuse me. A summer sort of like ale or lager, you know, like a Cerveza. I'm going to be too late for Easter. I would have liked to have done like an Eastery chocolate stout, but saying that, I could always do it through the summer, age it for next year, whack it in a couple of 20 litre containers. It's going to be ace, isn't it? You know, and then I also want to do a pumpkin ale. I've got to do a pumpkin ale this year for Halloween. It's just done my head in, and I think actually Halloween falls on a Saturday this year, so I might be able to have a bit of a party, and I actually want to serve it in a pumpkin. It sounds really weird, I know. You can buy taps that go in pumpkins. And you can like carve one out and then put one in a pumpkin, and to me that'd be ace. Who would come to the party? I don't know. Yes, it is on a Saturday. Can you see that? I don't know. So yeah, that's so I do want to do a pumpkin ale. I've got to do a pumpkin ale. I found where I can get. I know I've looked at a load of recipes. A few say to use fresh pumpkins, a few say you get better taste out of tin pumpkins. So I'm going to try the tin pumpkin route. And then obviously the biggest event of the year is Christmas. Brew Christmas beer. And then if I can sort of get that done in summer, by Christmas it's going to have aged. I'm contemplating doing a double batch, so if I double everything and then split it between two, and then age one standard and age one with some oak barrel chips in, because I've looked at the price of oak barrels and oh my god, I'm not ever going to be able to afford that. Well, I might do for winning the lottery, but I think that'll be really well. You know, I don't want to do a complete batch with our oak cask chips in, and it tastes absolutely foul, like you're eating an oak barrel. So I'll do half and half, just see how it turns out. And if it turns out ace, then come Easter next year I'll brew another Christmas beer and I'll just chuck them in the whole thing. Up until I can afford an oak cask. Which probably never. Oh well. So yeah, that's sort of like the plan that I've got. As everybody who knows me, I am mad on Brewdog, absolutely mad on Brewdog, and now I'm sort of like slowly getting up and running on the internet basis. I am in talks with sponsors with somebody as well. How far that goes, I don't know, because the email tennis has ceased to have stopped. But we shall see. Give it another week, and if nothing's come of it, I will badmouth it all. No, I'm only joking. But no, you know, it's obviously not going to happen. But yeah, I am after. Now, listen up, guys. I need / want a sample of Tactical Nuclear Penguin. I know it's a very, pardon me again, I know it's a very, very rare beer, but I am willing to pay for a test tube full. I've got some sanitised test tubes that I'll happily post to you. Say 2 test tubes. Literally, it will probably fill that much just so I can taste it. I've got a lot of ideas running around up here that I want to try and do, and I just need to taste this tactical Nuclear Penguin, or even Sink the Bismarck. You know, a couple of their seriously real good barley wine sort of ones, but I know the Tactical Nuclear Penguin was aged in oak barrels. Ring a bell. I have got a lot of ideas running. I've got a lot of ideas in my head running around that include sponsorships for charity, and you know, there's a lot running around, but it all rests up on trying this tactical nuclear penguin. I don't want the bottle. You guys keep the bottle, or your friends keep the bottle. That's fine. I literally just want a mouthful, just to try it, just to sort of say okay, and just get my platform that I've got all these ideas on can sit. Once that platform, which is the mouthful, is there, I can then put everything into motion. That's and like I say, it will be for charity, but that's all I'm going to say is that. So if any of you know anybody, or if you have a tactical nuclear penguin, I just want a mouthful. Just let me try it. I have tried to purchase it myself. I cannot find anywhere. In fact, if anybody knows where I can buy a bottle of it, which I know I can't, just let me know. I'm getting tired now. It is 10 to 4 in the morning. So yeah, that's that. So if anybody knows, please let me know in the comments. I've always wanted to do that in the comments, and then I'll get in touch with you, or if you guys can get in touch with me, that'll be even better. But yeah, just let me know. That would be brilliant. If you could share this video, that'd be even better, so people can sort of like get the plea for the Brewdog stuff out. My next experimental, because I'm getting obviously my all grain stuff next week, I'm not going to be ordering stuff to do partial matches or mini all grains or anything like that. But I have brought on offer for 60p a bottle 1 litre apple. It is just apple. 100% apple juice. Never from concentrate. And what I'm going to do is all I'm going to do is just do a mini turbo cider, whack some sugar in. But I've harvested from the black lager that I did, the video that you guys have never seen, because everything went P-Tong on it and it would just never upload. I'm going to use the lager yeast and just see how it turns out. Might turn out awful. If it turns out brilliant, obviously yeast again, use it in something else, and just try and gather all the flavours that sit with the yeast. You know, it's worth a go. Fill a damage on. It's all good. Happy days. So yeah, I think that is about it. I think I've droned on for long enough now. Yeah, so right. But yeah, basically my memory card's full, so I'm gonna have to sort something out like this. I might just get another memory card the weekend, just literally for my sort of brew videos and stuff like that. Basically I was just in the middle of saying, well, I'm going to leave it at that because I've waffled on for long enough and I'm going to go to bed. So cheers guys, hope you have a good weekend, good rest of the week, and I will catch you next week. Cheers.